feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Welcome back, everybody. Had a great show today with Ratliff Contracting with Brian and Danielle. Had an awesome show today, just getting to know you guys better. Danielle, you worked at TCP, and during that time we didn't talk a lot about the experience that you had working together, but just really enjoyed it today. Learned a lot more about you guys and your commitment with each other, which is really impressive. Getting to work with Josh and Branda here, it's neat to see people sort of come together as business partners. So I appreciate you guys being vulnerable and sharing some of your personal side too. So
Sure.
John's going to start us off here.
Yeah, so we're Ratliff Contracting, roofing, siding, and gutters. One of the things I think we really enjoyed talking about was, we have a labor shortage right now, and these are probably traditionally difficult roles to fill. What are some things that y'all are doing to keep your employees, to keep them happy, to maintain that relationship?
Yeah, absolutely. It is difficult times, with COVID and, people being at home. I think that, we're all starting to finally come out of that. We are hiring in case anyone's looking. But, we try to do different things around the office as far as, we have food trucks here and there, and we have, lunches catered in. We try to just be there for our employees and make sure that they have all the resources they need to be successful. Obviously, if your employees are successful, then you're going to be successful. So anything that we can do to build our employees up, we try to do.
Yes. That's great. And one of the unique things that we learned today is that a lot of, I think, roofing companies start out, the people that start the companies are in sales positions. And you guys have sort of flipped the script, and you were in production, Brian. And I think, how did that position you better, and how has that really differentiated you maybe from other companies that try to do similar work?
I think it benefited us because doing the actual work before, out in the field, you got to interact with the customers and stuff, and you would get feedback. Even though it wasn't my company, we're representing somebody else, but you got feedback on how they responded to certain things and everything. But I think being in more production driven is better for customer service, and getting the materials, obviously, scouting ahead.
Being resourceful.
Resourceful, yes.
Yep.
Well, we also talked about, obviously, you're married, it's a family-owned business, your kids are your oldest is 16, so she's starting to work and get out there. What are some things about your company that have allowed you to pass your values on to the next generation?
I think she just sees on a regular basis how much we're involved and how much work it actually does take for something like this to go on. So I think it's definitely rubbing off on her at this point. From what she tells us, she's in her own job now. So obviously she comes home with her stories, and I'm like, see, now you know what we're talking about, right? Yeah. So I think that's really rubbing off on her. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, hard work is the way to go, and it pays off. Nothing happens overnight.
And to always do the right thing. That's one of our major things. No matter, even if someone came in and we did a job for them and, they only wanted this done, we always do the right thing. We always make sure that it's,
over and above.
Over and above, yes.
Awesome. Well, it's great to be passing that on to the kids. Even if they're not in the business, they're learning from the business.
Yes.
So, love that.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Please
Yeah,
go check out
thanks
the
for
full
having us
episode.
on.
This was great. Brian and Danielle have a really awesome story, and I'm so glad we had the chance to hear it. People can go to ratliffcontracting.com if they're looking for the two of you. You all are hiring, so there's going to be postings there if anyone's looking.
Yeah.
If you want to download the show, the full episode, you can find it anywhere where you get podcasts. Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify. It's there. You'll find it. For Phil and myself, for Branda producing, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you next week in the tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.